Okay. Hello, it's gonna be a short one tonight. Unless it will be. It will be. I have work tomorrow. We all have work tomorrow. But my players are thirsty for blood. So I'll kick us off with the warm-up question. Who wants to roll a D100? Let's see. Matt, I don't know if you've rolled one before.
Oh, I was about to say I don't do that, but I can do it.
You don't do that. Do it. Do it.
I refuse.
Oops, now I'm doing two.
I can see why you don't do this.
Thank you.
75. Okay, this is a good one. And I'll let you start. If your character had the chance to give the party a name or rename the party, no questions asked, what would it be?
Oh gosh. I don't feel like I can answer that right away. Give me a second.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's pretty obvious. Followers of the Goblin of Malta.
Yeah.
Why would it be anything else?
That's fair. I mean, no questions asked, so...
No, yeah, you don't get to.
I had a question, but I'm going to tuck it away.
You can answer for all of us?
Great.
I mean, it doesn't make it true. It's just saying if you could, no questions asked. Okay, so that's Theo's, obviously. What about Magus? What would Magus name the party?
Pending.
Pending? What does that mean?
No! It's like... I'm still thinking about it. Like,
I got one.
You got one?
Okay.
The Milkmen.
The Milkmen.
Delivering the most important meal of the day.
No questions asked.
Can't milk these.
The Milk Brigade.
Milk truck. That's
The Milk
Ultros'
Lords.
name, the milk truck.
and then we'll be individually known as the followers of the Goblin of Malta. But then our slogan will be milking it to the most.
No questions asked. No questions asked. No questions asked.
Walking
A
away.
hold full of common milk.
Common milk, yes. No, this is the rarest milk. Oh boy. Let's see, Falvin. What would Falvin name the party?
I don't know. This one's pretty challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Probably for the same reason Theagenes is having a bit of an issue.
We can roll another one.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
I think I have an idea for Magus.
Go for it.
Yeah.
The Dragonlords of Light.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
That's pretty good. I mean, no questions asked, but I don't really have any. Very nice. All right.
I feel like Theagenes would name them something really heavy-handed and portentous, and possibly long. So I'm leaning towards something like, I don't know, the Sacred Holy Band of Brothers in Revenge against the Tyrannous Gods.
I love that. Wait. Does that acronym into anything?
If it does,
you
it's
did
a complete
Sacred
accident.
Holy, so like my brain immediately went to Shart. How can we make that happen? No questions asked. I do like that.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's Shbabirak.
That'll be our war cry.
Wow.
That's just the lizard folk name for you guys, like already.
Shbabirak.
Yeah.
I think Falbin would go with something kind of mysterious but incomplete, because of his background with the streets and thieves' cant and stuff, and he would probably go with something as simple as the way.
The way. Oh, I like that. These are all good answers. Okay. Took a little thought. Coming up with a name for a party is not easy. And you can't force it, right? It has to, unless there's no questions asked. Okay, thank you guys. Who would be down to do a recap for us? And make it quick, because we got blood to spill.
Okay, I'll do a recap.
That we're arriving at a friendly island with like gifts to bring, and we're getting meta with it.
Okay, so we start off after the feast when everybody came back. Everybody had a great time. Magus had a real good time with Stormwing, I believe, and. The next day, we decided to set off for Fire Island, where Shade took. You stop laughing.
Fire Island's hot.
Shade took Zerion and the Navigator on the shore to calibrate the Antikythera. Falbin got an Amazon delivery of his Purple Piercer. And Magus was also there to receive some items to allow him to cast a new spell. And he questioned Falbin about how are you going to hold all these daggers? You're going to have to put one of them down. And Falbin didn't like that question.
Falbin has pockets and scabbards and stuff.
I am a man of many pockets.
Yes, you are.
There was another fishing session where we caught some, where this time Falbin caught the big fish and Shade caught the little fish, and this time Kyra represented it perfectly in her drawing. Magus played a prank, enlisted his brother to play a prank, to use Feign Death to play a prank on Kyra, and in doing so verified that the gods could be fooled by the spell, and maybe the gods, maybe other people. Something to take away from that. And Kyra wasn't too pleased with this prank. Let's see. There was a moment late at night where Theagenes noticed. Theagenes, during his times in his room, noticed that there was a ghostly figure snooping around his boot where the coin had been. And then once late at night, he noticed that there was a ghost dragon sneaking up on him, and he had a conversation with a small spectral, undead, ethereal dragon child who noticed when Theagenes was using Speak with Dead with the dragon in the tree, which was this dragon's mother. And apparently this dragon died before hatching or shortly after hatching. But because it was able to hear its mom's voice for the first time when Theagenes talked to it, has tagged along with Theagenes, and Theagenes has named it Nameless.
Which, like, I cannot tell you how cool the fact that the Speak with the Dead, like, worked so well with this dragon sort of trusting Theagenes, like, because that I totally didn't know that you were going to do that, but I was like, yep, that is the direction we're going with this. Like, you spoke to his mother and he heard you, so like, what's a more trusting bridge to build? Anyway, that was just so cool.
Magus had a conversation with Shade about how concerns about Falbin and the dagger, and also concerns about Theagenes and how Theagenes may be giving his history, may be reacting to Magus's resurrection. Magus then goes to speak with Theagenes about it, and it goes kind of well, I guess.
Oh, well.
And the Bisque expressed as we are approaching Fire Island about the different types of lizard folk on there, that there are 4 tribes, all of which hate each other, and they are not the strongest tribes, so if we see any tribe that are red lizard folk, we should probably just run from them. And then we arrive at the island.
There you go.
Which has a volcano in the middle.
Sure does. Better believe it. Excellent. Taking inspiration. Good recap.
I already have 3, so I gift it to Theagenes.
Ah.
Yay!
Okay. Very good. Did we miss anything? I don't think we missed anything. Yeah, so okay, so where we are now, the Ultros is approaching Fire Island. Crystal clear blue water and a handful of smaller islands surround the landmass. Dense tropical foliage covers the islands, and you can hear the cacophonous sounds of abundant wildlife. An impressive black mountain rises from the jungle at the center of the main island, and the smell of smoke and brimstone hangs in the air. With a bit of observation, you will notice that the island is pretty completely surrounded by a coral reef. So there will be some careful navigating to get close to the island, or you can choose to park far out.
I trust this to our navigator, Shade.
Shade's not afraid of navigating in close.
Parallel parking is his specialty.
I mean, that's my background has the.
Well, let's get a check from Shade then. If you are going to navigate in through the shoal waters, so I guess you would do a survival check and add your proficiency bonus for your water vehicle proficiency.
You automatically find a safe route to land a boat on shore, provided such a route exists. So
Look at that. So we'll say you find it, but it is narrow. So actually traveling through it is going to be a little tricky. So you'll still get a roll, but yeah, you easily find a channel.
So that's a.
We'll do a survival roll, and if you're proficient in survival, go ahead and add.
I am.
So you'll add. I guess you'd be expertise in it because you're adding water vehicle proficiency to it.
Okay.
Are we all leveled up to level 9, by the way, now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Magus has 69 hit points now.
Nice. Let's just end the campaign right here.
Alright, so that's my standard roll plus, you said it'd be.
Plus 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Proficiency is plus 4, so 18.
So you kind of hand off the wheel to somebody for a minute, and you run up to the front of the ship, the bow, as it were. You give it a good glance, and you give some instructions to some of the sailors up at the front. You shout out orders to one of the sailors up in the crow's nest, and you basically have everybody working as a unit to relay you instructions on when exactly to turn. And the Ultros is big, and but between all of you, you are able to deftly navigate this narrow channel through the coral reef, and you are able to get basically like 50 yards from a shore that Bisk has pointed out as the correct
basically as
quadrant.
close as the Ultros can physically get without running aground, basically.
Perfect. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. So you can get. We'll say like 100 feet from the shore before it's too shallow. But yeah, Bisk gives you a good thumbs up, and yeah, what are we doing?
Well done, Shade. We should have some milk to celebrate.
No.
We're not breaking one of those open yet.
Oh,
Most of it's going with Bisk.
that was so good, though.
Oh, it is. That's why we still have a couple more in the hold.
I understand now why you set up that sponsorship.
I know, right? You guys laughed at first. I knew what was gonna happen.
No, you definitely took everything to the most on this one.
Of course. That's what we're here for, right?
Absolutely. Another way of doing it.
I don't think that what we're here is to take a whatever. Let's see. So how many of these barrels are we taking up?
4. We're taking 4 of them.
Okay. And I think as we were kind of discussing earlier, Corinna and Aesop to come with us for training purposes for Corinna on what should be a relatively one of the safer islands, and perhaps lore background from Aesop.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. It's at this moment everybody, all the NPCs are lined up in front of you, and they're being highlighted one at a time. Yeah. They change from their idle stance into like Aesop holds a pen up. Yeah. So okay. So Corinna, she jumps up in the air and says, I'll go get my bow, and she runs down to her quarters, and Aesop says, I think it's a good idea that you bring me along. I'm not much of a storyteller. I'm more of a writer, but it would be good, I think, to have some legends to tell. I have to be honest. I'm a bit intimidated. I've run the the temple in Astoria for so long, and the few people who come in there are really just ones that get lost. There's not many that are truly itching to hear stories about Dragonlords. So if they are as venerating as I am to believe, then I must be prepared.
All right, well, get what you need.
Okay, all right. Sprout walks up and says, "Are you? Should I stay with Auntie Demetria?"
For now, yes. If there's a little bit of time, maybe you can go ashore. But for now, at least at first, stay here. Take care of the ship.
Okay. The dragons approach you. Zerion approaches you, Shade, and Gigeros approaches Magus, and they're asking if they're going.
Well, of course. Didn't you hear, Aesop? People think stories about dragons are boring. Do you want to change that?
Aesop says, "I did not say that." Gugero says, "Yeah, you did." Yeah. So, oh yeah, they're excited to go. Zerion actually says, like, "Father, are they going to, like, I don't know, like, are they going to look at me and want to talk to me?"
Probably, or they might just venerate you. Apparently, from what Bisk says, they admire dragons a lot.
What is one to do when venerated, Father?
Well, there's a lot of different approaches, but my preference is just smile and wave.
He opens his mouth and just these razor sharp teeth shining like this.
I think that'll do excellently.
All right. Okay. Well, the ship is anchored, and the barrels.
I would say,
yeah.
before we head out, Shade would work with the treants and such, and get them to basically row the ship in a circle 180 degrees so it's pointed out, ready to leave
Oh yeah,
as soon as we need to.
cool.
Back in.
They sort of throw the e-brake on and then goose the throttle and sort of peel out a little bit, spin the back end around. Yeah, they can handle that for sure.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I see Nameless? Is he following me?
You don't see him.
Okay. I'm looking for him. Let's see. What sort of wondering? I'm thinking about him basically, whether he's coming along or not.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Okay. Which I have advantage on.
Mm-hmm. 23.
Yay.
You you feel that he is near. You don't see him, but you're 90% sure he's around and he's coming with.
Okay.
All right. Well, the boat has been loaded, and Aesop and Corinna are with you, and Bisk is ready to guide you ashore.
Well, then I guess we go.
Sweet. All right. So you get into your rowboats, drop down to the water. The sun is still rising, but it is very warm here. This is probably the warmest area that you guys have been so far. The waters, especially, are very warm. It's probably warmed by some of the lava flow, like the sort of lazy lava flow, very Neverwinter, but you can tell this is going to be a hot one. But yeah, so Bisk navigates you to shore. There's a small beach inlet, and beyond that is dense jungle. I'm talking. The tree canopy is pretty high, probably 50-60 feet. And once under that, you can't see the sky except for, rare instances. So he tells you to stick close, and he's going to guide you to his village.
What kind of birds are we talking about here?
He says there's actually no birds on this island. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, do you speak Draconic?
I don't think so.
Okay, he ignores you.
He ignores me. Savage, man. I'll look for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you can look. There's definitely birds. The kind that you've seen a lot of before. I would say more variants that you're used to seeing in Themis. So you're getting closer
Paradise
to that.
birds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for anything that's new, worthy of my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I set up Tensor's floating disc to carry the milk,
Okay, perfect.
so everybody can be fully alert.
Love it. Okay, so you have 4 barrels just sort of floating along magically behind you.
Yep.
And I'll say that you guys will need to sort of be prepared to clear a trail for that disc, because it's what's the diameter of it?
3 feet in diameter.
Okay, that's not as big as I thought. Okay, so but occasionally you do have to cut through some vines and avoid some stuff. Falvin, you're pretty sure that this will be a pretty decent haven for like harvesting ingredients. So yeah. But after about 20 minutes of venturing through this jungle, it is like sweltering in here. Anybody who's wearing armor is just sweating like crazy under it. Bisk has like already dropped his like tunic, and he's just out there in a loincloth basically now.
I cast mage armor on myself too.
Okay, cool. Is that like that?
Jade would be like sopping wet with like his hair matted and stuck to his stuck to his body.
Absolutely. I love that. Yeah.
I also cast it on Aesop.
Okay, you can cast 2 mage armors.
It's not a concentration spell. It lasts for 8 hours, and it's just a touch of a willing creature.
That's awesome. Okay. Corinna sort of takes a natural like lead scout position. I mean, she's like right along next to Bisk, but every now and then she will like run up ahead or climb a short tree to get a bit of a vantage point. And she's eager, but also doing what she does best. So, but after not too long, the jungle opens up and you see what looks like a makeshift trail. Not quite a road, more like a trail, but definitely something well traveled. And Bisk waves you along. He asks if you've ever interacted with lizard folk society before.
I don't think any of us have.
Okay.
Not that I can recall, at least.
Nope.
He just says there may be things about our culture that are repulsive to you, and you just need to deal with it. Or just be
Duly
careful
noted.
how you react. But yeah, so eventually you see rows of like trees, but they're buried into the ground as a fence. So there's no tops, or just tree trunks in like a rampart sort of fence with a gate. And there are 2 lizard folk, also green of scale, guarding it. They have spears with like sort of glossy black tips, sort of like obsidian. And they ready their spears and hiss, but Bisk closes the distance between them, tells you to wait up for a second, and he talks to them, and they eventually lower their spears. And especially once seeing the dragons, they start to sort of break their demeanor, their guardship demeanor, and one of them throws open the gate, the other one runs inside to alert the village. So, and I'll take you guys over to the village.
The village.
The village.
I should put your dragons out too. And Kyra. Let's see.
Yeah, she didn't want to write about this part. Yeah.
Is Rue in his exoskeleton or not? Because I'll say that, like...
Yeah, if he's in a different place that he's not used to, he'd probably err on the side of caution.
Okay, cool. And Zarion. This is a big group you guys got here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so entering the village. This is not the extent of the village. It's just sort of one of the central gathering places. Because as you've heard from Bisk, each tribe is at least a few hundred in number. So it would stretch on for quite a bit outside of this. but sort of gathered around this central fire pit area are a bunch of lizard folk villagers. Sort of behind them is a shaman-looking creature. This guy here. And to the front is, you would assume their queen. She's wearing a fine headdress of feathers and flowers with a lot of gold. And yeah, so don't kill her. Better not.
Looks lootable to me.
Yeah, so Bisk approaches, introduces you guys, and the queen turns back to the shaman, and he takes his staff and just sort of points it at the fire pit, and it just bursts into flames. So she approaches, and in Draconic, she speaks Draconic. She hails you and says that you are welcome, honored guests. She says that Bisk has explained the circumstances of his rescue, and it is beyond what she would have expected from strangers. So she thanks you for bringing him back, and then looks very, very not longingly, but reverently at the two dragons that she sees, and bows. She goes into a deep bow, and then suddenly the entire village all bows towards Gageros and Zerion. And they just hold that for about a minute. And Rue's like, "What the hell?"
Imagine at this point.
You made me look like a bird, not a dragon.
I tried to put your big boy clothes on today to make you look a little bit bigger. We'll work on size later, but you are.
You're not even looking at me.
Don't worry about that either.
Imagine at this point Zerion is doing his smile and wave.
Yeah. Magus, what would you say Gageros is doing?
Gageros is like, he's almost wanting to, he starts to show signs of wanting to like go up and like playfully poke at them, and Magus kind of like reins him back in. It's like, no, just stay next to me for now.
Yeah, he gets your point and stays there, and then sort of like flexes maybe a little, just sort of like shows off his wings, sort of flashes them open. There's some from the crowd as the morning sunlight just sort of reflects off these golden wings. And the lizard queen, her name is Vitha, and she asks for your names.
This is the party of the Goblin of Malta.
My name is.
I'll give my name. And Ruse too. Rufinopolis. The whole thing.
Of course.
Yeah. Because, it's a respect thing.
Respect.
I'm Shade, and this is Zerion.
She nods after hearing each of your names, but like fully repeats Zerion and Gageros' names, attributing just so much honor. It's almost like you guys are just half not there.
This is the dragon's retinue.
Oh yeah. Exactly. The dragons are the main characters here. But she thanks you, and she says though that she asks, what else have you come to Fire Island for?
Well, we also brought.
Yeah. Honored hosts. But before we speak too much of our purpose, we would also like to present you with this gift. And, like, move the floating disc forward with the cask of milk on it.
It's like, she says, wood, interesting. No, no, she kind of snaps at one of the other villagers who runs up and opens the tap on the cask and takes a bowl and drinks from it and goes, and they quickly start to set up an orderly line to get at this chocolate milk. The shaman actually approaches, takes a drink of this, and says, "A warrior's drink."
Yes, it is.
I would like to clarify, it is a warrior's drink.
Isn't that what it said?
Champion.
Ah,
Champions.
yeah. Clearly, yeah. So they thank you, and the queen, though, she says that she wishes to ask for your help, but hesitates now after having given so much.
What help could we offer?
And you'll forgive me for not doing like a voice because I want to actually be clear. She's talking in like, you know, she's a lizard. But she asks if, you know, I mean, she says surely Bisk has told you about the rivalry between the warring tribes on the island. And how the Firewalkers have gained a level of power that has emboldened them, but they also are not. They are not that powerful of their own. They've been given power. The king of the Firewalkers, Jankor, that is Jankor. He has apparently corrupted his tribe by turning away from the worship of the nameless god in the volcano and instead making sacrifices to Sidon. And as a result, Sidon has elected the Firewalkers to dominate Fire Island, and has given them magical artifacts and 2 powerful cyclopes as servants.
All right. There's gonna be a lizard queen harvesting after all.
Yeah.
Lizard King.
Lizard King.
The whole clan is going down. All of them, the shaman, the royalty, the gremlins.
Harvested for material.
So anyway, does that all make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Evil Firewalkers.
Thanks for making this legal.
Quote wall. That's good. Yeah, so, you know, having laid all that out, she looks at you sort of expectantly, but also like, I understand if you just leave.
That is indeed news. We are, in our purpose, opposed to the rule of Sidon. We have also heard about this nameless god, and we would want to learn more about it, for we too have legends of a deity who sleeps under this island.
Kyra sort of leans into your ear, sort of from behind, and says, "Magus, be careful. Do not Do not assume to know more than they know about their own deity, even if you do.
True. I wasn't going to say more than that.
Okay, cool.
No.
Yeah, the shaman sort of steps forward and tells you the tale, similar to the legend that Kyra told you about this this sleeping god that lies under the mountain. But it's this sleeping god is what brings warmth to the island and makes the rains fall and serves as sort of a natural buffer between each tribe. And the fact that the sacrifices have been, stolen away from her and then directed to Sidon is an affront.
Mm-hmm. And then I would also just to make all purposes clear. In coming to this island, we would also want to learn more about those who have come before us, as we have heard that the previous dragon riders made camp at this island as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the shaman tells a story of a detachment of Dragonlords that came here, hundreds of years ago. This is a story that he has been told, and then it's been relayed time and time again. But what really made the story noteworthy is the hunting trip that the Dragonlords went on, and what they were able to take down, and the feast that occurred afterward as a result. So basically they brought down something really big, taller than most trees, and it took the combined effort of them on the ground and their dragons, but it was epic. So.
Okay. So to the rest of the group, I'm thinking we help them with this Sidon problem and see if we can learn more about communing with this entity under the island, and see if we can visit the site of this Dragonlord hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Falbin's very much into the killing part.
Okay, killing
Shade-
first, lore later.
Shade would ask the lizard folk queen. I understand if this would be too much. However, I would ask if we are successful in aiding your tribe and stamping out the roots of Sidon worship, corrupting your the tribes, if you would consider aiding us in further, action against Sidon in the future. We are seeking to put an end to the tyranny of the Titans, if we can, and we are seeking allies.
The queen, she listens and looks at you graciously, but the shaman at her side sort of steps forward and sort of growls a bit and says, "You would ask that we send our innocent to their deaths for no reason? For yes, sacrifices are being made to Sidon, but Sidon himself does not appear and capture us, kidnap us, kill us. We are left alone, but you ask us to put our necks on the line."
If you see no benefit in it, I could not. But if you would seek if you'd seek to prevent any such repeat of the corruption you have condemned in the other tribes, then the only way to stop that would be to defeat Sidon. And that's what we seek to do eventually.
The queen.
If it's too much to ask now, that's fine. Just ponder on it.
The queen sort of like puts a hand over the shaman's shoulder and says, "Vargak, like, be calm. Like, we don't need to make a decision now. Let's think about it, and we'll discuss again at our feast later." But she says, if you are willing to help us, we can guide you to where the Firewalkers' encampment is.
And we're all in agreement. We're helping, right? This party talk, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are gonna go and cleanse the clans. There will be 2 after this day.
3, I think, right?
We're starting with 3. We're ending
There's
with 2.
4 tribes.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm down with 2 if the rest of the party.
Yeah, there'll still be 1 at the end of the day.
You know what? Let's just... Lizard folk don't need to exist, right? Just...
I hear they make great clothing.
Okay, so... She says, though, she says, please, your dragons are young. They may stay here while you venture. It will be dangerous. It will be quite dangerous. We are hundreds. We can easily protect them.
Cade would look to Zarion to be, do you want to stay? Or do you want to come with us?
You look at Zarion and Gigeros, and they have like, it's like when you fly into Hawaii and you've just got like lays all around your neck. Like they are just being waited on hand and foot. I mean, they're being given, food and jewelry being, hung around their necks. And, Gigeros is like, I think this is good. I'm good with this. Zarion's like, Father, I think I'd prefer to come with you, but I will do whatever you say.
You'd prefer to come? Then you're welcome. Otherwise, you can stay here with Gagarion. Or Gagarius.
Gigeros says, can I stay? Awesome, can I stay?
How about you, Rue?
Rue says, I don't think they give a shit about me.
Yeah, I don't think they know how to treat you.
Might as well go rust in the jungle.
Yeah. Come rust with me, it'll be fine.
Let's rust in peace.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I don't want to put you in danger, but I also think it'd be more of an adventure.
But where else can I be, like, treated like this? I mean, this isn't gonna happen anywhere, right? Like you said.
True. But this isn't, like, the only time. Like, we're gonna come back.
Yeah, so
you could have...
it is your dragon, it is your decision, but, yeah, so, what do you think?
I would want to inquire more about, and with Shade, about the tactics of this. Like, are we just gonna barge into like 300 lizard folk, or how are we doing this?
Loud and proud.
Because if it's dangerous, then I don't want to bring Gigeros. But if it's like moderate, if it's like a 2-star difficulty, then sure.
I'm not going to tell you how difficult it's going to be.
Yeah, but give us a rating I think that would help make our choice.
No.
Discussing with the lizard folk, the
lizard folk guide just says that just getting through the jungle is dangerous. The wildlife, the flora, the fauna. One of those is a duplicate. And then if we run into another tribe, not even the Firewalkers, it could be the Azure Scales, it could be the Amber Fangs, any of them would be violent, and having dragons along with, you run the risk of potential kidnapping too.
Hold up, let me open up Gigeros' sheet. I'm just trying to, Yeah, so, Davey, what are you thinking?
I mean, I was thinking I'm bringing Zarion with me, and he's just sticking close the whole time. And we're gonna scout first, get an idea for it, and if possible, try and nip it in the bud with taking out higher command people, or if we can't, then we might go into a brawl with some options open for retreat. That's my thoughts.
All right. In that case, I will bring Gigeros as well.
Okay. So the queen says, "Well, no use waiting. I'm not one to hesitate over a gift. Your guides are here, and they will send you along." They do explain, though, they're not going to take you to the Firewalkers' village. They're going to take you to the volcano where the Firewalkers have basically set up shop at the sacrificial area. So it's not the entire tribe, unless they find out you're coming. But
how would that ever happen?
Yeah. What's the likelihood of that?
Not at all. Okay.
I would suggest that Aesop stay.
Aesop says, "Oh, thank God. Yes." He's like, "The mosquitoes are slightly less dense here, so yeah, I'm good here. I've just they're already gathering around for stories. Here we go.
See what all you can learn about the Dragonlords from them."
Okay, will do. So Aesop sort of separates off, and let's see. Who's got pretty good passive insight?
Me.
Theagenes, you see Kyra looks she looks annoyed, like frustrated.
I'll send her a psychic message.
What do you say?
I say, is something not to your liking here?
She says, "Can you get out of my head? Besides, they don't speak common. You can just talk to me."
Okay, I'll go over and talk to her. Sorry. Is something bothering you?
No, nothing's wrong.
Insight check.
Yeah, roll insight.
I love it when we play bullshit.
I believe her completely.
She says, "I'm fine."
Okay.
And you don't believe her. I mean, she's clearly being sarcastic, but you don't know what the root cause is at all. And she
It's
sort
one
of
of
just
those,
like,
you know something's wrong, but you don't know how to figure out what's wrong.
Exactly. So she sort of like, she kneels down and like tightens up her boot laces and she's, "Come on, let's go."
Well, I'll never try to be helpful again.
You hear a voice in your head that says, "Don't give up on her."
Nameless?
Hello.
Hi. Normally I can only speak like this with people I can see. But maybe we have a special reason we can talk?
Every now and then you look at me, even if you don't realize it.
I guess that's possible. Well, come along and see what you can see. And if you can, maybe you can help.
I will. Okay, so the guides are ready. There are going to be 2 guides coming with you, and they head out on a path inward towards the center of the island. So I'll take you. Hold on, let me make sure it's. Make sure your tokens are all there.
And that we can't see all the ambushes set up and ready
There's
to
no
go.
ambushes. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We literally just talked about how there might be ambushes.
Nah, man.
It all depends on how we roll for our perception check.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on Gagerdos too.
Okay, so let's get survival checks from everybody, because you are following a guide, but you start to get into the jungle, the very thick part of the jungle, and it's hazardous. So.
Did you say survival?
Survival.
I'm standing right now. Why can't I? There. Ha ha! Oh,
Nice
somebody
one.
else rolled.
That's for Rue.
Real big road.
That's fine. That can still be yours. I mean, you nat 20. Do we miss anybody? Is Fallon back? If not,
Yeah, I rolled. I got a 14.
14. Okay. The Aginese, you trip and fall a bit away from the trail and land in a wall of razor vine, and you take 3 slashing damage.
Ouch.
I'm taking that for my temporary hit points.
You have temporary hit points?
Yes, I realized I wasn't doing this, but whenever I do my morning consultation with the Fates, I get temporary hit points equal to my.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but after a bit, the guide points ahead and says that there is swampland ahead. So you'll need to watch your step, but it'll be slow going. It's just very wet.
Right?
Eventually you come to, before the swamp, you come to a. Do you know what like Sugarloaf Mountains are? Like, they're dramatically like they're very steep, and they're not incredibly tall, but like they're like cartoon mountains, like shrunk down. Like if you've seen like China has a lot of these.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Anyway, so but there are a series of those that sort of go through the swamp, and you can see actually rope bridges from peak to peak of these little short mountains. And the guide says that we can either we can climb up and go across, or we can go through the swamp.
Open.
I'm guessing that climbing up makes us more visible, and going through the swamp is more inherently naturally dangerous.
Yeah. So he explains that most of the tribes have flying creatures that they scout from. The canopy is almost impenetrable by sight from above. So going through the swamp, you'll be basically protected from scouts, but you'll be pretty visible, but it will be potentially a lot safer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole point is that we're on our way to the Firewalkers tribe. We probably want to remain unseen, if at all possible.
How does everybody else feel about that?
I don't like swamps. They're skeeters, but I'll do it for tactical advantage. Not that my rifle will alert anyone or anything if I shoot it.
I feel grumpy about it as well, but I'll go with the group.
Okay.
Well, I guess the question is, asking the guide, if the Firewalkers were to scout and see us crossing, would they innately assume we're on our way toward them?
He said he says probably yes. I mean, you guys are sort of floating the boundary between the jade. What did I call them? The jade
Stalkers.
Jade God, I hate that. The jade stalkers, and the jade stalkers and the azure scales territory. You're sort of walking a line there. So it is possible that you might run into somebody on the ground, but the sky is mostly firewalkers. So if you run into somebody from the other tribes on the ground, you're not going to mess up your sneaky infiltration.
Here.
As much as I don't want to go through the swamp, I think that is closest to meeting what we're trying to do, unfortunately. Any other objections?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Swamp it is.
The guides sort of they're not wearing pants, but
Whoa.
yeah. No pants. But they start walking through, and they eventually get almost waist deep in water. It's not quite as deep for you guys. They're fairly short. Well, I guess for Falbin and like Theo, you guys are about waist deep too. Shade, you're like knees, like lower thighs, but it's going to be difficult terrain for everybody. Yeah, so I'll take you over to this map.
Gageros is like, as Magus is wading through, Gageros is like kind of like just snoot above water going around him.
One of the guides turns around and says, "I would not do that. The water here is not safe to drink."
When has that ever stopped a kid?
Yeah.
Spits water at the guide. And the guide says, "I'm so sorry," and bows in respect. Yeah, so you can see that there are deeper spots, but then there are areas of rock and trees where it's above water, so you could be able to walk more smoothly there.
Well, Falvin would definitely negotiate toward preferring the shallower areas to the dry land if possible.
Okay. I don't think it's paused, so you guys can move.
I'd make my way over to that nice little. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I would just, kind of be wobbling.
Yeah, that's it. Looks like a good wobble point. Wobble it. Wobble, 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 wobble.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
For some reason I can't move. Oh, that's not mine. Ah. Our dragons are both gold looking.
You notice Kyra's lagging behind.
Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout.
She goes, ha 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 ha.
Would you say that it's obvious to all of us that she's lagging?
Anybody who can see her, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for help, which is a new thing for Theagenes. And I'm gonna psychic message Magus. I'm gonna say, Magus, you're better at this. Something's wrong with Kyra.
Activate Charisma King.
Yeah, I'm going to be relying on Magus's stats for this because I don't think I personally would want to undertake this. That Magus will go up to Kyra and just kind of jokingly say, "So do you think Aesop will actually tell them any of your good stories, or will he just stick to the dry stuff, stuffy stuff?"
Sorry, I'm chewing a Funyun.
Oh, where'd you get those? I want some.
She says, frankly, Magus, I don't give a shit what he says. Every word that comes out of his mouth is just pure drabble. God, I'm so glad to be away from him.
Kyra, that's not like you.
What, being forced to travel with a substandard writer?
No, speaking about it like this.
Well, it's nice of you to notice. I will speak only gilded words towards our friend Aesop from now on.
If I'm in earshot, I'm gonna text Magus or text. We'll just call it that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text Magus. See what I mean.
Rafflecopter.
My Rafflecopter goes swash, 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 swash. Ancient memes there. But yeah, you can tell she's very irritable. But you don't have to stop for me. Let's go.
But if Kyra, if something, it feels like something is affecting you, not Aesop, but like something with this island is affecting you.
Cool, that's very vague and helpful, Vegas.
That's why I'm asking, because all I know is that something is off.
Yeah, something is off. Something is off. The world is coming to an end, and I along with it. And this is all pointless. So let's just march off to our deaths now, and just have a good time with it.
Do you mind if, as we are going, I cast Detect Magic on you?
Oh, by all means, let's see what sort of aura I'm giving off, huh?
Oh, I think I already know what kind of aura you're giving off, but just to be sure.
So you're casting Detect Magic.
Yeah, it'll be ritual, so like over the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Like, as we are moving forward.
Yeah, she refuses to move while you cast it.
Okay.
What are friends for?
Nick Magus is gonna hold back, so like how is the rest of the party reacting?
I mean,
Just kinda
seeing
like
you guys
looking back.
stop, Shade would stop and probably actually head back to this island to be closer, so we're not spread out as much.
And,
Yes.
Given
Position
the
of
malicious
strength.
radiance coming from that island,
yeah.
Falvin would move further away to this log.
I'll get the high position.
I will subtle text Theagenes. Do you have any kind of like
Actually,
cleansing
I don't
or
have to.
restoration?
I can enable you to talk back to me.
Oh, okay, great. Then yeah, like I'll ask, like, do you have any sort of like cleansing or restoration magic if we need that?
I can remove a curse, and I can give protection from evil and good. I have limited use of that, not quite
Right.
like you.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're here awkwardly for 10 minutes.
And you notice as the 10 minutes goes on, what was like sort of irritable defiance initially is slowly sort of shifting into anxiety. You can see that she is like, rubbing her hands together. She's pulling at her hair. She's looking around sort of wide-eyed at the jungle. Her breathing is quickening. And then you finish the Detect Magic cast.
Well, while he's doing that, Shade is gonna look through his echo and have his echo do kind of a lap around scouting to see if there's anything near us.
Okay.
So because it's not affected by the difficult terrain, it can just walk over it.
Yeah,
And
but you're
a wide lap.
You're staying in the open area, not entering into the outside jungle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really trying to get to it. Might go up. It could probably go up to the edge of it to try and stay out of like clear view, but
Yeah.
it's mostly just looking around to see if there's anything.
So I guess
around
roll a
us.
perception check then.
All right.
17. When you're in sort of this bottom right quarter, you think you spot movement in the jungle, but there's wildlife everywhere. It could be nothing.
Okay. I would, I guess, whisper that over to. I guess Theagenes is the closest one. Or wait, where's Theo? Yeah, probably whisper it to Theo and Theagenes that I saw some type of movement over there. It might be nothing, but be ready just in case.
Theo immediately shoots his rifle in that direction. No.
I started blasting.
Like in the movie Predator. Just moving up the jungle. We all start firing from the hip.
Chopping down the trees. God, Predator's awesome.
Grenade launcher it. Pow!
It's
it's not there anymore.
So everybody else is scouting. Megas, you finish your detect magic cast. And you, besides these scrolls in her bag, you detect no magic.
Well, that makes me more nervous.
And as you sort of make eye contact with Kyra, who is like just looking almost like kind of afraid now, you hear a in the forest, and her mouth purses, her breathing stops. Just okay, this is it. This is it. And another very Jurassic Park style.
All right.
Let's get an initiative order.
Can we tell which direction it's coming from?
From the north, top right.
Okay.
Instead of the.
I get it.
I didn't roll twice.
I think I might have accidentally had you selected for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I'm just clicking on everybody, and apparently you were up.
I mean, that's a better one than I rolled, so I'll take it.
Instead of a footprint of water shaking, it's the entire swamp.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So it sounds like something big and heavy is walking in from the northeast. I know my directions. And you guys have your.
I wasn't expecting your mom, Magus.
Wow.
Very good. So, Falvin, what are you doing? Oh, wait. I should roll initiative for all these creatures.
Wait, all these? What?
What? Sorry. Nothing?
In the background, we hear roll, 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 roll.
You can hear that?
Yes.
Okay. So, Falvin, what are you doing?
I guess when I heard some noises, I would have started moving towards the group a little bit. But other than that, kind of just looking towards the noise and being prepared.
I should add in the lizard folk.
So I assume that these rocks are a little bit higher up compared to.
Yeah. I'll say that the rocks are about 15 feet above the ground.
Okay. Well, this should be.
Though you don't have line of sight through the trees. So if there's ever like these trees, you cannot see through.
But they're probably not big. They're like little palm trees, right?
They and the undergrowth around and between them forms basically solid cover.
So I can't see anything to the northeast from it.
Not from where you are, no. But stuff might come from other directions.
Who knows?
I'll stay here.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so Falvin, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, there's only 2 lizards on the screen.
I just noticed
so I start killing them.
The map on the stream is not up to date.
Oh.
Why is it showing the ultras at sea?
Oh, weird.
We're all back safe. Isn't it great?
On a boat. It was a dream. No loot was obtained.
I guess I'm preparing, so I would be holding an action to unleash an attack on the first thing that I see that enters my line of sight that I deem a threat.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. Where is this guy? Okay, so Theo, actually, from your direction, you hear not the you hear like fast running through the jungle, and out from the trees emerges a Pachycephalosaurus.
I was about to say, it's like the things in front of the predators at Jurassic Park, and it literally is.
And it is it actually has a lizard folk rider on its back, and it is charging in. So it's going to move 40 feet, and it's going to it's actually going to move past you. So it's going to go here, and you actually notice that it seems unaffected by the water in terms of its speed.
Cheater! Cheater! Everybody, there's a cheater over here!
So it dashes in towards Theagenes, but that is its turn. The stomping gets louder and louder and louder, and Falbin, out of the forest, emerges a Tyrannosaurus Rex. On its back are 2 lizard folk, actually. And it has 55 feet movement. It is going to charge at you, but you do have your saved. Yep, yeah, you have your reaction. So go ahead and do that.
Can you remind me the subtle rulings of how reaction works? It's not my turn. I'm just spending an action that was held, right? Semantically.
Yes.
Okay.
It costs a reaction. You used your action earlier, or you basically sent your action into the future.
Okay.
The future is now.
The future is now, and my rebound dagger is having it.
Yep.
Shrink! Shrink!
Schwink. Schwink.
Oh, they haven't taken a turn yet. That means I get
have not.
advantage. Take that.
31 will hit.
All right.
That would
Just
help.
barely.
They get that, and then because it is that thing that is advantage, they also get this.
The sneak attack.
19
damage. Okay. It roars as it emerges through the forest, and it's that classic Jurassic Park elephant roar, you know. The leaves of the plants are reverberating around it as it roars. And it charges straight at you. It has 55-foot movement speed. Just breaking
I heard it just enough to
branches.
enrage it.
It has a feature called Destructive Charge.
Love it.
Oh, I love it.
If the dire T-Rex moves 20 feet straight toward a target, the target and any creatures in its path take... let's see... Oh, God.
Oh, it's just to take it, huh?
That's 66 bludgeoning damage.
66 bludgeoning damage. You just take it.
So that's
Good night,
27 bludgeoning damage as it just runs into you. And I need a strength saving throw. DC's 21.
And uncanny dodge doesn't matter here.
Would it?
Because I can't use my reaction.
Oh, yeah, that costs your reaction.
And I just need to check one more thing, because it's gonna matter. Evasion is not gonna matter here either, because it's not an AoE thing. Okay, so a strength saving throw, you say? I shall give it to you, good sir.
15 is not enough. You are knocked prone.
Okay.
So, and then with its action, it is going to, it's going to make a, oh man. It's going to make a bite attack at you at advantage. That's 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Doing 29 piercing damage.
All right.
You are now grappled. But it's actually going to ungrapple you and turn around and tail swipe at you. That's a 21.
That misses.
That misses?
It does.
Wait. Oh, because your shield.
I have a shield that Cror is holding for me.
Oh my god, that tail, this massive tail, size of a sea serpent, comes down and impacts into the ground and leaves this like trench in the ground where the soft muddy soil is. Okay, you're not dead. Oops, I skipped Pachycephalosaurus.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Get Packy.
Why is it skipping it?
Take him back.
Well, you said its turn was to just run in, right?
Oh, this is another Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't get him confused. There's many.
So this one's gonna dash in. It oh, you know what? Oh, it's because that one it was glitching out and I actually deleted it, so that's why it's skipping it. So don't worry about that guy. Okay, the guard's turn is up, and they have short bows, so they're both gonna roll ranged attacks at the T-Rex. That's a 15 and a 20. They both hit, so they're gonna do 8 piercing damage to the T-Rex. All right, Shade. Or
technically, I think I accidentally rolled twice, so you can
that's
just delete that one, and I'll go on my normal
yeah.
Shade's actual turn.
Okay. Let's see this guy. Okay, Falbin, you hear more rustling from the woods, and a velociraptor runs out. They have where was he? They have 35-foot movement, so he's gonna dash and get here. Magus.
Okay. Yeah, all right. We're just gonna start off with a nice sickening radiance.
Yeah.
So let's see, sickening radiance. What kind of 30-foot radius? So I'm gonna up that to a 35-foot radius. So that big, and I'm going to place it. I'm gonna place it a little bit up, like kind of around here.
Okay.
And I am going to make it so that it's not harming Falbin or Shade or me. Falbin, Shade, me.
Do you have to designate his copy? Do you have to designate his copy?
Yeah, it won't harm his cop. Well, that is a good question.
If it does damage, it would harm it.
Yeah, so or not his copy, and also it won't harm. It won't harm Zerion. Yeah.
It does radiant damage, right?
Yep.
He's already immune, so.
Okay, it won't harm Theagenes.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so
so yeah,
Sickening
that exists.
Radiance goes up, and all the mosquitoes in that area die.
Yes!
Do the dinosaurs need to roll immediately?
It's on their turn.
Okay. So Shade.
Also, I'm going to use my. I ain't done.
Sorry.
I'm going to use my turn. Like, I'm going to come. Oop, that's wrong. Thing selected. So I'm going to, like, kind of move over into this foliage a bit. And I'm going to instruct Gigeros to also follow through the foliage. And when on the other side of this island, once he's out of sight, to dive in the water and hide.
Okay. Got it.
So Gigeros is taking the dive action. Or the hide action.
Perfect. Okay, Shade.
All right. Shade's first business is to set Zerion on Overwatch. So Zerion's gonna fly up about 40 feet.
Okay.
And probably he's got 60-foot movement speed, so he'll fly up over.
By the way, you can, if you right-click on your token, there's a box at about the 10 o'clock position that normally says 0. You can type in a number there, and it'll show how high up your character is.
Nice, cool. So yeah, he's flying now.
They fly now.
Which actually, how well? Wait, what is that? That's a. It's okay. All right, it's a cone. All right, 15-foot cone. All right, so he's not doing much of that. All right, so yeah, he's gonna fly up there. Shade's Echo is gonna move his full 30 feet straight towards there. Shade's gonna take a quick look at the Theagenes past. Facing this dinosaur thing, and then glance at Falbin on the ground, and he's gonna move because this is difficult terrain, so it takes double. So it was 15 foot there, and whip out his short bow or his long bow, and start shooting this. Well, actually, yeah, I'll shoot the big dinosaur. Well, actually, Falbin is pretty hurt, right? He's pretty hurt.
It's probably fine.
Such a flesh wound.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna cast Healing Word. That'll take. Yeah, 6. All right. I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Sweet. On Falbin.
I thought you were gonna.
Wait, did you target the dinosaur? No.
Oh no, did I target the dinosaur? Whatever.
It didn't heal him.
Okay.
Hey, nice. Falbin is less hurt. That's good.
Thank you.
He's now injured. And
Falcon holds up one thumb.
Just one.
There we go. Alright. Still not using my hit dice right, but that works. Alright. Because wait, no, that's a bonus action. So cool. I do still get to yeah, I'm gonna shoot the dinosaur too. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
With my composite longbow. I'm attacking the dinosaur.
16 hits.
Get him.
Damage.
13 damage. Nice.
Alright, it's gonna make me hit it again. Attack again.
9 is a miss.
Alright. Well,
You can't hit it.
it'll do it.
Yeah. No.
What's the world coming to?
Well, I mean, maybe it bites the arrow out of the air. Like you hit it, but it's not effective, right?
Don't fix this.
It's one of those hard scales.
No, I like to think of like low rolls is not just you totally whiffing your shot. It's more like the situation or the target, itself. Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That will do it.
All right, Theo. You notice
right.
actually several more dinosaurs, it's 3 specifically, out of the forest down to the bottom left here. 2 are smaller and sort of have like a frilled neck that's sort of folded down around their neck.
Oh, they look like they spit.
And then there's another one of these like solid skulled sprinty boys. He does have a rider. I'm having trouble making the rider visible for some reason, but all of these except for the velociraptors have riders.
What color are the riders?
Yeah, what color are the riders?
I'll tell you on your turn. Oh, well, Theo.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you now.
I'm looking at them.
Vegas, you can't listen. It's not your turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're blue.
Blue. No, they're coming at me, so I don't see color.
Good.
Oh yeah, I think it's time for explosive shot.
Mm-hmm. They're all kind of grouped together.
Boom!
Oh, look at that.
Grenade.
Nice.
Okay, so what do they do? Like dex saves or something?
Um.
Oh, or just... Yeah, it just does it. So they just take 2d8. Okay, roll the damage.
Shot.
You click the damage number in the chat.
Yes, but currently I didn't put the ammo in for it, so it's not letting me.
Oh, just roll 2d8
Use
in the
it.
chat. That's fine.
I'm supposed to.
Your gun goes click because you didn't load it.
Shit.
All right. So everybody in that radius takes 9 fire damage. Very nice.
Kablooey.
They're all instantly killed.
Yeah, right. I don't know why the lizard folk.
I will burn this forest down. Okay.
Yeah, it's the stuff here is like so green and wet. It's not gonna burn.
It's not gonna do jack. Bonus action. I can't deploy my. Can I deploy my Becky, or is that an action?
I believe it's an action to deploy.
Okay, so mark. Haven't
Yeah,
done
you
that
can
in a
mark
while.
somebody with a hunter's mark. Yeah. Who do you want to mark?
I'll mark Fire Tuck.
The Pachycephalosaurus over here.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Fire Tuck.
Okay. I think can I targeted? Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
So,
Then I will have Phenopolis. Third.
the third.
On in and the ability that is most appropriate. I guess. Can I see if the guy has a ranged weapon on the mount?
He has a spear. So you can throw a spear technically, but
Then 40-foot kind of a deal. So I'll fly closer. I'll fly 20 closer.
Are you using the measurement tool?
I'm trying to. You know what?
Just
Flying a little bit closer. I am now flying a bit closer now.
And a little bit closer now. And a
A little bit closer now. I am now slightly closer. Okay. To the point that I can do that.
Okay. So the two Dilophosauruses will make dexterity saving throws. That is a 6 and a 23. So the one in front hardcore fails, taking 17 lightning damage. And the one in the back succeeds, taking 8. Or is it rounded down? It's rounded down, right?
You know, if you ask me, I'd say round up, but
Oh, wait. But
that's right now.
no,
It is rounded down.
That 8 is right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. And then that's Rue. So I think that is your turn.
All wrapped up.
So the back Dilophosaurus is going to rush in 35 feet, and it's going to do like you said, a spit attack.
Shocker!
Yeah, right. So it rolls a 21 to attack you, Theo.
I don't like that.
Which I believe hits.
Yeah.
So that's going to do 6 poison damage.
Ah! Right to the cornea.
You're not poisoned, but that's just the type of damage it is. Okay. Why did that Pikes... Oh, no, the initiative... No, don't do this to me! No, stop it.
Whoa.
Stop. Oh, God, there's too many things going on. Please don't do this. I'm gonna refresh my page. God, I hate this. Just let me play Dungeons and Dragons.
For real.
Oh, I can't even refresh
Reload
the
my
page.
page. I'm gonna reload my page because I'm seeing the same
Yeah.
thing.
That's
You are.
what happened to me too.
I can't even lower my health.
Oh no, you're stuck with permanent high health. Oh no.
I think this is a sign.
This is where we'll pick up on.
Yeah, this is where we'll pick up next week.
I want to finish just this round of combat. That's we're
The
almost
system
done
has
with it.
decided there's what we want, and then there's the system
The system.
and what
Oh.
it wants.
See, this is what you get for bringing in too many enemies.
That's fair.
See?
That's a fair point. I'll just make the one T-Rex bigger and more legendary actions.
Wait, more? Wait.
I mean,
Oh, it's still doing it.
No, make it stop.
yeah, I think the only way we got this to work before was you reset the server.
So let's ignore the computer. Let's ignore the computer. We're gonna do the old-fashioned way. So
Whoa.
it's Pachycephalosaurus's turn, and I'm just gonna have him run in and do his thing. So he has a speed of 35. Oh, it is not. Why? It's gonna dash. You know what? It's not smart enough. It's gonna dash towards the Radiance, and that's a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it is.
In hell, breaking out my actual dice for this.
Ah. Whoa.
All right. That's a 15 on the die. I believe it had a +1 to Constitution, so that's 16.
Not enough.
Not enough. Oh God!
Yeah,
so it's
so
just
let's see.
rolling through the rounds.
Mm-hmm. Like I closed out of the site, so I'm just trying to look up somewhere else that has what damage it does. Oh, it's 4d10 radiant damage.
This is so dumb.
And it suffers 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. What is that for D10?
Oh,
I have D10s I can roll here if you need.
yeah, you go ahead and roll.
Okay. So it's 8 plus 10 plus 9 plus 9.
I like those numbers.
So, what's that? 28 plus 8, 37. Yeah, it dies.
Did that one have a rider?
Yeah, the rider's
Rider
dead
would-
too.
Cool.
It sees the Pachycephalosaurus's head go in and then like start to like, and he tries to pull away, but it's too late. Oh, please tell me it's working now. Probably not. I'm just kidding. Can I hit end combat? Wait, is it? Had it stopped? Has it stopped? We're in round 15, but it has indeed stopped. I'm not going to use. Let's not use the turn order at all. We're just gonna look at it like we're looking at a list, and we're gonna treat it that way. Okay. All right. So this Pachycephalosaurus is gone. Injured Dilophosaurus runs in and is gonna spit at Theo. That's a 13 hit, which is a miss. Theagenes' turn. You have a Pachycephalosaurus bearing down on you.
Was there a guy right next to me?
He's riding the Pachycephalosaurus.
Ah. Okay, so he dashed up to me and tried to, but didn't attack.
Yeah, the Pachycephalosaurus. I guess he could have attacked on his turn, but they just together used their turn to dash towards you.
Okay.
If you want, I can have him had attacked you.
I
can have him attack you. I can have him had it.
Having had.
The DM is threatening you. Be
Yeah,
fearful.
I'm gonna. You're gonna get attacked.
Do you want an attack? Do you want me to have had him attacked you?
Do you want to get beaten?
Having not had him have attacked me, I would have not have him had.
Cool. Fun. Love that.
Do I tell Nameless what to do directly after my turn?
Yeah, he'll go right after you.
Okay. And okay.
We'll say by default he's in the ethereal plane. And
meaning cannot attack.
Well. Okay, no, I don't want to penalize you. Like, if you are having him attack, then he'll say he starts in the material plane. I'm just thinking he normally lives in the ethereal plane because that's just how he's a spooky guy.
And does it take an action to get out of it?
It does, but that could have happened before combat. If you were like, hey, stuff might be happening. I don't want to take away your first turn because of a flavor thing.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. I want to help Falben, but I don't know that I can do that. I do want to get within about 60 feet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to War Dancer Spear this fellow. Am I putting things in the regular way, or are we ignoring the combat log?
Ignore the combat log. You can use your character sheet. Just don't mess with the combat tracker, because I think advancing the turn order is like kicking off some sort of self-sustaining critical reaction.
Okay, so can I roll using the combat?
Yes, just don't use the combat tracker on the side. Just you can use your character sheet normally.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, well, I'm going to attack with the War Dancer Spear.
Okay.
And we will do... Oh gosh, which one do I do? Attack, I guess. Normal.
27, absolutely.
And then I get to do... Oh, what if I use my bonus? No, that's okay. All right, okay, I'll use my bonus to attack again. Oh, and first we'll do the damage
Let's see
on
what the
that, I
damage
guess.
is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damage.
Are you attacking the
regular,
lizard folk on its back or the actual dinosaur?
I guess the... I don't know how that... I guess I'll take out the dinosaur.
Okay, yeah. So 9 damage to the Pachycephalosaurus. Best dinosaur name in the game.
I will attack again. With my bonus attack. That's not gonna
That's
hit.
a damage roll, though.
Why did I do that? Okay. Wait, that's weird. Oh, bonus action attack. Damn it! But I can't. I guess the thing went away. Hold on, I'm just gonna roll it again. Thing. Okay, attack. Normal.
23. Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Okay. We're good there. And then bonus action attack. Normal damage.
5. Okay, 5 damage.
Okay. And then I'm gonna, with the War Dancer Spear, I can jump away 10 feet.
Ooh, very cool.
So 1, 2, like that. And then I am going to, I'm gonna move right there. Just let's see how far that puts me. Yep, that puts me within range. Actually, I don't have to worry about that. So, is this difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay, so
any
I was
of the water is
here.
difficult terrain.
Water? Oh, I'm in water?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. There's a turtle there. How cute. Okay,
There is a turtle. Pretty zoom in on
That
the
is
turtle.
how he arrives that he is in water. There's a turtle there.
must be water.
Yep, obviously.
Lotus, not even once.
Ah, there's a turtle there.
Bit of a himbo. That's okay. Turtle.
I like turtles.
Difficult terrain is, what are the rules?
So
Double movement?
Double movement speed, yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, then I can get there, which puts me... Am I 60 feet away? Maybe?
You are. From the dinosaur?
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Just within range of that dinosaur. That's good. I'll stay there, and then I'll ask Nameless to attack the thing.
Okay.
Actually, why doesn't he just... he should just use breath attack. So I'm going to ask him to use it to scare them.
Okay. So a breath attack on the Pachycephalosaurus and lizard folk. I believe that's the terrifying breath, which is a wisdom saving throw. That is a 12 for the dinosaur and a 5 for the lizard folk. So they're going to take 46 psychic damage.
And they're frightened.
Can you roll that 46, please? Pretty sure the dinosaur is going to die.
Good. And
Yeah, the skull cap of the Pachycephalosaurus just pops right off. It is dead.
it is mine.
The lizard folk also failed, but he is brought to I can't select his token. Oh geez. He's brought to what is it, 6 HP, and he is frightened and not having a good time. Okay. Anything else?
No, but I'm paying attention to I'm paying attention to the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and if it succeeds on an attack throw against Falbin, I'm gonna do something to it.
Okay,
as a
perfect.
reaction.
We might have to wait 2 weeks to know. Okay, so or we could just see what happens at the top of the round. The injured Pachycephalosaurus, he's still got a rider. I forgot to have the rider take damage, but he does. He's gonna run here, and then the lizard folk on its back is going to huck its javelin at you, Theo.
Oh, not Huck.
It's 14.
Miss!
Finally.
Finally.
Okie dokie. And then where is this guy? Okay. Let's do Falbin and the T-Rex, and then we'll wrap. So Falbin, you are prone on the ground. You are grappled by the jaws of this dire Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The
It's
lizard.
not grappled.
No.
You said
I'm
it
not
dropped
grappled.
so it could tail
I
swipe.
did say that.
Yeah.
I did say
That's
that.
important. That's important.
Right.
I figured it was.
You're not grappled.
So it's my turn. I'm okay.
Yep.
I'm just prone. That's all.
You're prone.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look back towards where Theo is living his best life on a rock, and I'm gonna say, "You're the best." And I'm gonna tap my shoes together, and I'm gonna teleport 15 feet away.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna use my boots of winding path.
Beautiful.
You're
which
still
I
prone.
think- like
Just scooting along the swamp water.
that. Bloop bloop.
You are now underwater.
I am kind of curious. Like, since it is a teleport, can I teleport upright? That's a logistics question for later.
I think last time we ruled it that you teleport in the same configuration. You still have to spend half your movement to stand up.
Well, then I choose to do that.
Okay. You're no longer prone.
I don't like being underwater.
Yeah.
So now I
Falbin
still
just
got-
disappears and then just splashes up from the water like 15 feet away.
Yep. And so then I've still got 15 feet of movement. This is bad terrain, so I've only got like 5 more left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to. This is a strange question, and I've never thought about asking it before, but can I use an action for something that would normally be a bonus action?
I don't.
We have ruled that in the past because it's
Yeah.
basically you're spending a larger quantity.
Right. It's like using a
Before
4th
that.
level spell slot to cast a 2nd level spell, kind of. I'm okay with it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the T-Rex, and I'm going to use Petrifying Gaze.
Ooh, on the T-Rex. Okay. What's
Oh,
the save?
please fail.
1 moment. I need to find a better way to organize this. It's a DC 10. Constitution.
Okay.
I thought that was beefed up at some point, or is that the beefed up?
That is the beefed up version, David.
Oh,
So
Sorry.
even with a nat 1, he passes.
Oh.
You think
Well, that's
so?
good to know for the next part.
This dire Tyrannosaurus Rex is mildly Constitution heavy.
Mildly.
Shocking.
Man. What a punk. What a punk. I'm going to. I can't do that. I could do that. You know what? I'm gonna just. I'm done, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you are. So on the T-Rex's turn, it's going to make that save against the Sickening Radiance. Same Constitution? Vegas? Constitution save? Magus?
Magias?
Magus?
Matthias?
Hello?
McGay?
You there?
Oh, I hear his keyboard.
Nope. There. Yeah, you can always hear the keyboard. It's the magic of the clackety keys.
Yep.
Constitution
Wait a
save over
clack.
Sickening Radiance.
Yes, I'm also using my inspiration to make him roll a disadvantage.
Just the T-Rex. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just the T-Rex.
It's 14. So
That's a 19, so it takes 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. That's good.
And 4d10. Let's see, what does that give
24.
me? Yeah, I'm gonna call that good.
Okay, so 24. Was it radiant or
Yep, it's radiant.
Okay. Cool. So it's going to move inward. I guess shade that would be.
And also, all the riders take damage and have to do this as well.
Con saves for them. It's an 8 and an 18. They both fail, taking 24.
Correct.
They both die. They are just evaporated off the back of this T-Rex. The T-Rex, pretty unfazed, charges in. Shade, I believe it enters your range.
Yep. It does. It does.
Take it.
My echo's attacking it with the glaive.
15 hits.
Get glaved.
Oh wait, that rolled damage? I did roll damage.
Oh, yeah, why did it roll damage?
Yeah, why
We're having a day.
It's not letting me roll an attack on it.
What the hell?
That's weird. Well, let's just roll a d20 and I'll add the whatever's. Well, I have more than +1 to it, so it can
+6, I
take
think.
just. Yeah.
Yeah, 20 hits. Yeah.
So it'll take that 15 damage that I rolled
And
preemptively.
it is stopped with Sentinel,
Yep. 0 movement at that point.
and it is at 10 feet from the shade or 5 feet.
Yep. I mean, it would be that next step over because that's in the 10-foot range,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah. Okay, so it is. It does have a 15-foot range on its bite.
Woo!
So, it is going to actually. What it's going to do? It's going to roar, and I should have prepped an actual sound file. I didn't. I had other things to do.
Roar!
But it's going to roar in a 60-foot cone.
Oh.
Oh. Daddy got cone.
So, I need Shade, Echo, Falbin, Zerion, and Theagenes to please roll a Constitution saving throw. DC is 20.
But Zerion is 40 feet in the air.
60-foot
But
cone.
it's still a cone. So.
3-dimensional cone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna inspiration that and just re-roll it.
Shade 24 passes. Zerion 25. Nice.
And does this do damage?
Yes. I'm still waiting on Falbin's.
Okay.
Ooh, 19 isn't going to do it. And 17 is not going to do it.
Echo is a 9.
Echo. So Echo drops. The damage is going to be 31 to those who failed. 31 thunder damage. So Theagenes
down
and
under.
Falbin take 31 thunder damage. And
Is
that'll
this
be
good?
that'll be 15 thunder damage to successes.
Is this an evasion moment? Because it is a AOE. You can nimbly. Here, there's the text.
Wait, I forgot to say that as a reaction, I was preparing to plug my ears.
So
that?
evasion only works for dex saves.
Yeah,
So.
it's only dex saves.
Yeah.
And this is not an attack, so uncanny dodge doesn't apply either.
Yep. Okay. So if everybody's calculated their damage, Wow, I haven't been having him do his legendary actions at all.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Darn.
What a shame. Okay, so that's its full action, because normally it does a bite and a tail. How are we feeling? Do we need to wrap?
Probably be good time.
I can go forever.
Sure.
Let's get to that.
Yeah. For the sake of, I think most of us have to go to bed. I think we'll call it. What a technically weird session. I apologize. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll just put a pin in it there, and we'll come back to the lizard folk guards getting their shots off, and yeah. What a fun time. Okay. Cool. Well. Yeah. Thank you for being here, and next time we play, we'll be in person in Colorado. So we're not playing next week, but we'll be playing next Saturday. Is that it? Next Saturday?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Saturday after that.
Right.
Sounds right.
The week after that.
Yeah, when I say next Saturday, I guess I mean not this coming Saturday. I've gotten into like heat with people on that. I'm like, no, next Saturday means the very next one. I'm like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm like, but what does this Saturday mean? And they're like, it means next Saturday. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's why we have two different terms. This Saturday means this Saturday. It doesn't mean
This coming Saturday. Yeah, no.
Next
That would be last.
is
Yeah,
this
next Saturday.
plus one. It's the
Right,
this
plus
plus one.
See,
Anyway.
now we're not having a fight.
Yeah. I'm right. Okay, well, weird session, but anything people liked, any name suggestions? Anything you disliked besides the technology, don't at me.
Just really quick, I want to be like, did you enter in the damage to the T-Rex for the Sickening Radiance? I didn't see it appear in the chat. Okay. And
it's
just concerned that it's still listed as barely injured, and that makes me worried.
That is true. It has a lot of health. It's a dire
Fun times.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
So I'm thinking for a title, it needs to be Thunder Down Under.
Thunder Down Under. That's pretty good.
I like Matt coming up with the term of texting.
Yeah.
Yep. Theagenes invented it.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of the comical side, but the making it legal.
Making it legal. Yep.
That's true.
What was like the full? I'll have to run it back.
Thanks for making it legal.
Thanks for making it legal.
I'm gonna put that in the running. Sanctioned violence is the best violence.
Sanctioned, exactly.
I mean, that could just be a title: is sanctioned violence.
Sanctioned violence.
There. More succinct.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So, man, you guys killed the Sickening Radiance. Is good.
When it works, it works.
When it works, it works. Until you fight something with Dispel Magic.
Oh no.
That'd be interesting.
What? We're never gonna fight
Counterspell.
something like that.
I'm gonna piss you off the day that happens. Yeah. Any guesses as to what's eating Kyra? Huh? What's eating Kyra's grapes?
A direct.
I think it has something to do with the question you asked us at the beginning of this, or before the beginning of this. I think she's undergoing the effects of it right now.
Maybe.
Seems like she has bad memories of something like this.
Maybe.
Possibly tied to her time with Estor.
Maybe. Perhaps. Perchance.
Perchance, you say.
Prithee.
Die to love. Prithee.
Prithee. Who said that? Who said prithee? I'm trying to remember.
It's a Trog King. It's
The
Trog King.
Troglodyte King. Oh
Yep.
man, what a guy!
Prithee.
What a guy!
Love that guy.
And then I made
Sorry,
him
I
an
had to kill
idiot.
But he knew. Oh man. Cool. Well, I guess I'll close it up. Behind me is a 7-string guitar. It's for when you are playing guitar and it won't go low enough. So you add one more string lowerer. And then it goes, it's great. Really, literally, we're just at band practice and the band leader guy was like, it's like, hey, I also have a 7-string and sometimes I want us both to play something like crazy low, so do you just want to borrow my 7-string? And I'm like, all right. So I'm gonna be playing the Doom original soundtrack for funsies.
Oh, nice.
Not in the band, just for fun, because BFG division goes hard, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. We'll wrap it up. But we'll see you live next time. Not live. In person. Not in person. You'll be here.
We're coming to your house.
We're coming to you.
Live.
There's not that many of you. We can do it.
Make sure you have drinks and snacks.
You're hosting. I hope you're ready.
Y'all have a good night.